it turns out that DNI and Tulsi Gabbard, the director, is referring to everyone involved in the Russia hoax to the DOJ for prosecution after it was revealed that Obama administration, quote, manufactured the hoax. DNI Gabbard wrote on X that their goal was to usurp President Trump and subvert the will of the American people. No matter how powerful, every person involved in this conspiracy must be investigated and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. The integrity of our democratic republic depends on it. She was on Fox News telling us about this. Check it out.
This is the Will Cain Show, and we begin with a breaking news alert. Fox News Digital exclusively reporting that the Obama administration manufactured and politicized intelligence to create a narrative that the Kremlin was trying to influence the 2016 presidential election. This is the origins of Russia, Russia, Russia. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard has just declassified today these documents, laying out this timeline. Prior to 2016 and the election, officials from across the intelligence community assessed Russia lacked the intent and capability to hack U.S. elections. After President Trump's 2016 victory, early intel assessments proved that there was no foreign manipulation. Now, officials tell Fox that intelligence was then manufactured and politicized to be used as the basis for the year-long Mueller probe. The documents state, quote, hours before the December 8th, 2016 PDB was due to be published, a senior intelligence official abruptly pulled it from the president's briefing book. It was never published. The next day, on December 9th, 2016, the Obama White House convened in a classified NSC meeting with top administration officials to discuss Russia. Following the meeting, an email was then sent from then DNI Clapper's executive assistant to the intelligence community officials with the subject line, POTUS tasking on Russia election meddling. Within hours, the intelligence community made a 180-degree pivot and started drafting an intelligence community assessment that directly contradicted assessments from the previous 6 months, manufacturing and amplifying the Russia hoax narrative. This is what DNI Director Gabbard is saying today. There was a treasonous conspiracy in 2016 committed by officials at the highest level of our government. We'll continue to break down the bombshell as it develops.
Okay, so number one, a little bit of my autism there. Since when did Fox News start using a podcast studio? Did you go back to that real fast? When did they start bringing on condenser mics? Like, that's actually pretty crazy. I have no idea what's going on there. That is crazy, right? It's like
they're trying to be like us.
That's literally what I'm making our studio look like, so that's not even funny. But okay, but jokes aside, you can take that off. I want to go to Poso here. It's like, what I always find happens with the government is they always go, we got a big bombshell going on here. This is insane. Guess what? Something that happened 10 years ago that's irrelevant now and has nothing to do with anything, we've just uncovered all the secrets, and we're conveniently releasing it to distract from another controversy that's relevant now that we're not releasing. So you think we're doing something, and we're going to use big words like you're all going to be prosecuted. So many of you guys are going to pay for this. You're all going to pay, Democrats, and usually nothing ever happens at all. Somebody irrelevant goes to jail that's connected. Somebody's like, executive assistant that hid an email goes to jail. But nothing actually occurs. And I just don't care about this stuff, really, because we know the Russiagate hoax was a hoax. That's why we call it the Russiagate hoax. And it's like, Obama's involved in fake things. Yeah, he has a fake wife. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Michael, yeah.
His wife's name is, she doesn't even have a real name. So I don't know if you feel like this is really anything, much of anything. But in retrospect, we're asking for the Epstein files, damn it. We don't want Russiagate answers. I feel like they're just gaslighting us again.
It was already a hoax to begin with. And listen, I mean, we already caught him spying on the Trump campaign. So it's actually kind of good to see, because wasn't he just on yesterday talking about how it's good for guys to have like gay friends? So I think it's
Obama.
actually
You gotta
Obama,
have
right?
every guy's got to have a gay man in their life
It's
to
kinda
grow up
good
right.
As a role model,
As a role model.
As a role
not
model,
even to be
yes.
friends with. That's who you need to look up to, is men
his
who
professor.
who have sex with other men. That should be your role model as a man. That's what Obama thinks.
Getting pegged.
Yeah, well, it's. By the way, I want to play that for a second. We have the clip here. Obama was just on yesterday. Maybe he deserves a little bit of scrutiny. You know what I mean? It's like, by the way, the guy who's telling your kids to get sexually violated and assaulted is up to some sketchy stuff. Listen to this.
And that's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy.
One dad.
One dad. No matter how good the dad is.
He can't be everything.
He can't be everything. And that boy may need
Lots
somebody
of exposure
to
about lots of daddies.
give the boys some perspective on the dad.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was.
But do you like how he stuttered as a guy? He's like, oh, as a gay guy.
As a gay.
Kind of unsure about that
Gay
one.
professor
Hell yeah,
in
based.
college. At a time when openly
Yes.
gay folks still weren't out of line. Who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
Yeah.
Right? So
Okay.
Yeah, he had the stutter. You couldn't tell if he was like being pitcher or catcher before he responded.
You know, I had a gay guy in my life, and we answered some questions. He used to help me out, if you know what I mean. I mean, of course, I'm talking about like with my homework and stuff. And you're like, hey, dude, listen, man, it's okay. Also, weren't you have a coke addiction when you were in college? Like, it's like, dude, listen, man, you're not fooling anyone. You literally ordered predator drone strikes to wipe out entire families at weddings. It's like, you know, when he gives me, it's a time to empathy. And you go, dude, listen, this is why I always hate everyone in the government. You are a piece of shit, okay? You literally ordered the murder of many children, many innocent people. You, helped bail out the banks, by the way, ensured that the U.S. economy was in the hands of Jewish Zionist bankers. You worked to ensure that our money would have constant fractional reserve lending devaluation. You sat around here and preached peace and tolerance while you yourself went home and slept with a man who has a bigger back than me and who I'm jealous of, by the way, with Michelle, has a back that any man would want. So I just don't buy this stuff. I think it's funny that they're pointing this out. Is this new news to anyone? Because I feel like it's not.
No, no one's shocked. I mean, the last thing people need in their lives is a fruitcake. Like, could we be honest? We need less of it, not more. But yeah, Obama likes cracking cracks. Like, he's both of them. He's just got them running back to back.
He likes huffing cracks.
Well, that's like a weird thing that liberals say. They're like, you need diversity in your life. You need to be exposed to all these different types of people. And I remember, like, I grew up homeschooled, and I remember for some reason that's a thing people say to homeschoolers is they're like, well, don't your kids need to be exposed to diversity and, like, gay people? And it's like, no. Why would I need my kids to hang out with gay people or kids with two dads? It's like a weird thing. It's like, oh, you have to experience gay people in order to be fully formed as, like, a mature human being. It's like,
we've all experienced them more than we like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're
It's
everywhere.
like, all I have to do is flip on a TV show and I'm experiencing gay people. Like, I don't need to
And I don't like
go
it.
to public school.